Ultimate Legends, baby, are finally here. You guys know these replace Legends throughout. They're basically the exact same thing, but we're going to get new sets, and I saw the sets already. They look a lot easier than they normally will be for, like, normal Legends, so they should be on the cheaper end. Should be, but at the end of the day, these cards look insane. I think we're gonna get 10 of them today. I think it's 8 non-LTDs, 2 LTDs all around. This should be a fun drop, man. Let's just jump right into it and see how these cards are. If you were looking for cheap, fast Madden coins to build that God Squad you always wanted, head over to my sponsor, EasyMut, and use code CHEW for 5% off your order. The link is in the description. Hey, boys, the first one today is going to be Terrell Suggs. I know it's not the craziest seeing him at here because we know we have the X Factor D lineman, but I still think there are people that are using their tokens in other places, and a guy like Suggs could still ball for you. I mean, he has 92 speed. The strength and the stats across the board are really good. If you're running 4 down linemen, you can't have 4 X Factors, so you need 1 non-X Factor guy anyways. I think Suggs is okay. I heard his abilities as well. He gets like no outsiders for 1. I didn't hear any 0 APs on the first initial. I know some of the abilities are always like a little bit messed up on the GMM and they sometimes can fix it, but it didn't seem like he had any crazy abilities. No X Factor, at least for sure, but Suggs is cool. And as you guys know, every single 96 gets an out of position, and his is actually going to be a tight end. Terrell Suggs, 93 tight end. I mean, normally some of these out of position cards with Ultimate Legends are really good and really fun to use. As you can see right here, they didn't really give him much speed, and I think he's only 6'4", so not the craziest card right here, but still cool to mess around with. We're staying on defense for our Ultimate Legend number 2. We got our guy, Big Gino Atkins, and if I had to guess, he's definitely getting inside stuff for either 1 or 0 AP. I don't have the volume on right now, so I can get these out in real time for you, but obviously a run stopper, Gino Atkins. A 0 AP would be super cool. I would love to see him faster, though, because some of the big dogs in the game, like Warren Sapp is like Zeus right now. There's just no replacing him. I'm sorry, Geno Smith. There's just no way you play right now on most people's teams, unless you're a Bengals fan. I think that's the only team he played on. But when we move over to his out of position card, he does have a left guard Gino Atkins card. A couple stats below 90, but not a bad card. Probably going to be really, really cheap for his overall. We'll take it. So they're only showing defense so far. We got Crow. So you guys know every time Crow gets a card, he is one of the best corners in the game. Probably going to stay true to it. But the one thing that does suck that we see right away, man-to-man corner. I'm going to have to see his abilities, but the big thing with man-to-man this year, it's not very good. He's going to have to either get 0 AP pick artist, probably hopefully double buckets, and then on top of that get like, I don't know, we're going to need some zone KO or something, but if it's just straight man KOs across the board, I don't know if many people will be using this Crow card besides Theme Team, but still, the base and the physical part of this card is amazing. He's a tall corner, 6'2", very fast. We just hope he gets some sort of zone because they absolutely destroyed man coverages here. I mean, there are a couple man players out there. I can't really hate too crazy, but his out of position card actually is an offensive card. I don't know why I said that. We knew this was going to be offensive card. But a running back Cromartie, these always make good candidates for like golden tickets like the Ultimate Legends. But you can see right here, they're kind of not making them really usable this year. Last year, the out of position cards were really, really fun and you could definitely throw them on the field. But they're making them very, very slow compared to even the free cards we're getting right now in the game. Yes, they're going defense first on the stream right now on GMM, but Darren Woodson, you guys know, I hope he still has his deep zone ability because you guys remember in the I think it was season 2, right? Season 2, he was one of the best safeties in the game because he got the deep zone, the first card in the game to ever get it. But you guys know 6'1", so a good build on him. He is 96 speed across the board. Run support does scare me a little bit, but I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine. Cowboys theme team is also one of the better non-promo theme teams in the game. They're actually juicing the stats out of all these cards. I mean, he looks absolutely amazing across the board right there. And then when we move over to his wide receiver card, like I said, normally these cards aren't just very good. Yeah, the out of position cards, there's really no hope right now. We're gonna need some crazy, I don't know, these are trash. Gene Upshaw finally gets an upgrade. If you remember, his last card in the game was an 89 overall LTD. We have not seen him since then. I believe so, at least. Unless I'm forgetting something. I think this is his first card since his 89 overall. But big Gene Upshaw. I actually remember pulling this card. This is one of my first LTD pulls of the year. But offensive line, really no crazy stats to look across the board. He is going to slot in as probably the best left guard in the game right now. 96. I think that's the only 96 left guard right now. And his stats look crazy across the board. His out of position card is going to be on defense. And yeah, even on the D line, like he has good strength, block shit, and power move. I mean, solid finesse. They slaughtered his speed. I mean, 74 speed, 80 excel is even terrible for a D tackle. Come on. They ruined our glorious out of position cards. They were so fun to try out last year. I even did a couple of videos on them. Brand new card in the game, and they made him mid, man. This is so sad to see. Steve Smith, this is his first card of the year. You guys know he is a small wide receiver, 5'9" or 5'10". I don't remember the exact, but he's really, really short. And they gave him 95 speed. Wow. I mean, it's cool to see good new cards. I love seeing new cards. You love it. I think we all hate recycled content at a point. But the thing with Steve Smith, though, is they made him absolutely garbage. I mean, I hate to say it. Like, I want to hype up this card. You guys know I'm going to be as transparent as possible. He is slow compared to all the tall wide receivers in the game are 96. MVS, Calvin Johnson, Plaxico, DK Metcalf, and then they give the shortest wide receiver the slowest speed. And there's not really any wide receiver abilities that are going to move you off of what you're using right now anyways, because wide receiver abilities suck this year. So, sadly, I don't think there's anything that could save this card. But moving over to his out of position card, you do get Steve Smith, his corner card now. Probably not going to touch anyone's field. He is really small. I mean, I guess he would be kind of cool on a theme team, but still slow and small over here. EA is bringing out new names. I mean, I respect it. There are a lot of new names. It is just rough because the cards in the game right now are so good. They just dropped a 97 speed Kyle Pitts yesterday, and we have a free Kyle Pitts at 95 speed, and there's a Kelsey who just got Redux yesterday at 95 speed. I don't know why they didn't juice ULs on the first drop as much. They've been doing this with Legends. I don't know if you guys have realized that as well. All the Saturday Legend cards started to kind of fall behind everything. And I don't know if they're continuing that with Ultimate Legends, but I mean, Ozzie Newsome should be good, but we just have elite tight ends in the game right now. I mean, if looking on paper, he might not even be better than Heath Miller as well, because Heath Miller is 94 with crazy run block and 0 AP Vanguard. Really tough to see, especially as a Browns fan right now. I want to love Ozzie Newsome, but the tight end position is way too stacked, and they definitely didn't give him enough justice. But we do have an out of position, I think, right? Is that right or left? Right outside linebacker. He actually, honestly, looks like the best out of position card, and he still looks kind of mid. I mean, that's saying a lot. That's truly saying a lot that he's the best one, but yeah, this one was all around disappointing card here. See, this is what I'm talking about. We get another juiced running back, Edgerrin James. The running backs, I got to do a top 10. We might do a top 10 later today, honestly, because I'll find out Edge's abilities. We just got Jamal Williams. We got Marshawn Lynch. We got a lot of the CMC card as well, Terrell Davis. Yeah, the running backs are loaded in this game. You guys know Edge is a big running back. He is tall, so he's always really good receiving. I don't care about the 75 catching. He's going to catch the ball fine with gift wrapped. He is tall. He gets the good juke animation. He also weighs like high 220s, I think, so he always falls forward. Edge is always one of my favorite running backs every single year in Madden. I don't know if I'm going to move off my Marshawn Lynch because how good he is, but Edge right now, for around what the prices of these 96s should be, under like 550, I would say, just a guesstimate right now, I think Edge will be a solid option. And then his out of position card is actually a safety. This would be a cool golden ticket to see. I mean, he's not the tallest in the world, but 6'2", 93 speed. Yeah, probably should be a little bit better in the hit power, but hey, we'll take it. And we have two LTDs for you guys here today, one on defense, one on offense. So these guys go up to 97 overall. Javon Curse, aka the Freak. This dude looks insane. I mean, 94 speed, 95 excel. I will say, compared to guys like Will Anderson, who just came out who has like 96 speed, he kind of looks like a little bit underwhelming LTD-wise, but you gotta remember they're both 97, so it's all right. But this card looks insane. 98 block shed is ridiculous. 90 power move, 98 finesse. Javon Curse is literally a dog. I mean, this card is nasty. No out of position for the 97s, but this should be an all-around good card. I didn't hear if the LTDs get X Factors or not. I don't think they do. So sadly, I still think he's not a top 3, top 4 edge rusher in the game. I'd still take Sapp, Reggie White. Who else do I think of? I mean, obviously, there's so many guys probably above him because the X Factors are broken, but a good card if you aren't wasting the X Factor on your D-line. And the final Ultimate Legend, Mr. Dan Marino. I kind of want to find abilities on this card before I talk over him because the other positions abilities are whatever, right? Besides like maybe corner and DB. But quarterback, if this guy does not get insane abilities, I mean, he's an LTD 96. He's going to get insane abilities. We know that. But the thing is like he needs something crazy. Being 79 speed and also having that kind of meh release. I think he has a different release. It's not generic 2 this year. Let me go look at release and abilities real quick. All right, so I just heard the Dan Marino abilities, and yes, he has traditional 3, which I remember. I kind of just peeked at my old YouTube video I did on him earlier in the year, and it actually wasn't terrible. I remember him now because I kind of forget some of the gameplays because I use so many cards throughout the years. But Dan Marino, the thing with him is slow speed, and he also doesn't have the craziest stack in the world. I just heard it. It is 4 AP pass lead elite, not Sephi elite, pass lead elite, which is a little bit better, but you're not going to be really scrambling with 79 speed Dan Marino. He also does get 1 AP protected, and I think it was 1 AP fearless as well. So it sounds like he's going to have 2 buckets of the same one. So yes, I don't think Fearless is really a discount ability you really want to see, but still a cool card to see all around. But Dan Marino doesn't seem like he's going to be taking any top quarterback spot. Boys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to let me know down below which UL do you think is the best coming out today and which ones are you adding to your team. And also, another question, which gameplays do you guys want to see in the next video? We'll be doing a couple of these on the Ultimate Legends tomorrow. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out, boys.